Hey everyone, it's Mecha, and it's about 8 PM. It keeps getting later because I keep having to reshoot this, so I should hurry up and just get this over with. So, these are the roughly 300 responses to the question of which of these units will be recruited and survive my Iron Man playthrough. I'm gonna go over them real quick, not gonna get into every single question, but just the most interesting ones. So you guys can roughly see what you're up against, if people agree with the way you bet or not. Just see for yourselves. What do people do differently? What did they, what bandwagon are you on, basically? Feel free to leave that in the comments. Anyway, Leaf is the first one. The name tag thing is pretty obnoxious, I know. So about half of you think that Leaf is going to survive. I think this is reasonable. He is in every map, so he has a chance to die in every single map, but at the same time, he's pretty tough to kill, especially with the luck boost from Light Sword and all the stat boosters I gave him. And later in the game, he's not going to see as much combat, so not much of an opportunity to get him killed to begin with. So it can go either way. I think this is a very interesting way this went. Finn is like the second most likely to survive apparently, with over 80% of you thinking he'll survive, like 200 people. Definitely understandable as well. He has the Brave Lance, he has pretty good durability just at base level. He's just a very solid unit, so he's going to be deployed but not in every map, since, you know, I only really want him outdoors, maybe some late game maps to provide that leadership star, but for the most part Finn is like an outdoor user, an outdoor unit, and in those maps he doesn't really have a high chance of death, so I like the guess that he's going to survive. I think that's reasonable. Who else is here? I'm just gonna go over the interesting ones. I think it's interesting that people think Orsin is so likely to survive, like 2/3 of people again. Well, not 2/3, more like 3/4, 75%. Orsin is like, he has this very brash personality, right? He's really eager to get into trouble. And you guys are like, nah, he'll survive, he'll be fine. Just so you know, I will not like put Orsin in more risky situations or anything, but he has to take care of a lot of combat in this game, especially if I lose other important combat units, like let's say Asvel dies or something. So maybe I'm gonna have to take some risks with Orsin, but it's all on a map by map basis. I've noticed that fragile units get like lower ratings. For example, Tanya over here is 128, Lifis has 132. I think the Dalshin is not very fragile. Where's Karin? Karin is right here, 144. So, more fragile units obviously less likely to survive. Safy though has a very high survival rate, so I guess people think I'll be going out of my way to protect her, in a way. Because 201 people seem to think that she will survive. Even though she's like the most fragile unit in the game, besides like maybe Lara. Where's Lara? Machyua and Brighton, RIP. Still a lot of people have faith in you, either because I made a misleading comment about reviving people, or, I don't know, people just didn't watch the thing. Lara, 151, makes sense, I guess, around half. She's very fragile, but I'll also be very careful with what I do with her. And she does get captured a lot, so I guess in a way it makes sense that she's not gonna die, because you're pretty safe in an enemy unit saddlebags, you know? Let's see, none of these are very surprising. Hicks got a pretty low rating. Either people think I'm not gonna recruit him or something, like I won't be managing to free the kids in Chapter 6, or you just think he's gonna be sacrificed or left behind at some point. Kind of interesting, that one. What else have we got? Kein and Alva. I find it interesting that there's like a difference between these three no-names. It's like, why would someone vote Kein but not Alva? What kind of strategy is that? I guess there were a couple of people who just randomly picked units. They just voted blindly. I guess that explains it. Olwen is less than half people, so we're gonna get to Illios in a bit, I guess. That girl that joins in Chapter 12, something interesting here is this person recruits another person, and she's the only way to recruit that person, but that person, also known as super late game melee dude, has more votes to survive than the Chapter 12 girl. So let that sink in. Apparently more people think she will survive to recruit the unit than, you know, she will actually survive. I don't even know how to explain this. It's really weird to me. Maybe it's different people. There has to be some people who voted for late game melee dude, but not for that girl that joins in Chapter 12. Maybe it's bandwagoners and blind voters again. Let's see, who else is there? Trude has pretty low votes. He does cost like a sleep staff used to recruit, I believe, so that might be why he's getting such low votes. I will be trying to recruit everyone, by the way. I will try, but if it's too risky, I won't do it. I see Olwen got about as many votes as Illios did, so pretty split in that one. And Xavier got pretty low votes, of course. I guess people think I will be bothering to recruit him. I will try. I said this in the comments, but Xavier isn't very risky to recruit, I don't believe. It's just pretty hard and unlikely to go correctly, because one wrong movement star or one miss or whatever, or one weird NPC behavior is going to screw things up, but I will try. But I understand that the votes for him are pretty low. And yeah, people think the super late game magic and melee dudes are going to survive, which is very understandable. 237 and 228. So yeah, that's roughly 300 responses. Pretty curious what's going to happen. Let me know in the comments, like every episode, how you're doing, if your whole pool got screwed up yet or not. I'll be very curious to see the reactions. 4X is going to go up later. Part 1 of it, it's going to be a 2-parter, so you won't be having any closure just yet. But 4X was recorded way before I even thought of the betting pool, so keep that in mind. It's been recorded a while ago. Chapter 5 will be recorded afterwards, so just so you know where recording Mecha is on the timeline. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys later.